Why are Rolex watches so expensive? If you asked people what they thought the best watch in the world is, almost everyone will say Rolex. The most influential and popular people in the world's history have been seen wearing Rolex watches on various occasions. Moving further and wondering about the price of this luxury watch, a Rolex is extremely expensive. But why is this brand so expensive? Watch this video to know the answer. Watch till the end to find out some exciting facts on the costliest watches in the world. Before you move on with the video, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with our luxury brand videos and never miss one. Some people believe that they have to sell their leg to buy a Rolex watch. The least expensive Rolex watch, the Oyster Perpetual Ladies Rolex, starts at $4,000. As for the mysterious Submariner that you've seen on James Bond's wrist, it starts at $6,500. Several Rolex watches can cost up to $70,000. But these expensive watches, no matter the price, are excellent value for the money. If you care for them, a Rolex will last you up to 20 years. And if you really care for them, they will provide you with a lifetime partnership. Rolex is a brand that is standing tall on its own. It is respected all over the world for its value. Moreover, there is a lot of mystery behind the manufacturing process of each Rolex. No one knows for sure how many watches of each category are made. At Rolex, there is a strict rule of no photos, which makes it even more challenging to break the mystery. Talk about some serious security. With no information coming from inside manufacturing, we have limited access to specific details, but Rolex has some cool facts that we do know. Rolex has its own scientific labs. Rolex has its own scientific labs. They also have an extensive research and development department. In simpler words, Rolex has several highly functional and well-equipped research and development laboratories in various locations around the world. These labs are responsible for researching new watches and how to make the manufacturing process more efficient. Rolex uses technology and innovation and combines them to provide their customers with the best quality watches. Research is expensive, so is a Rolex. Use of difficult steel. For its watches, Rolex uses steel that is particularly difficult to machine. This steel is also more expensive than the regular steel used in manufacturing watches and is undoubtedly better looking. No other watch manufacturer uses this kind of steel, making it one of a kind. This steel is more corrosion and scratch resistant while being lighter and harder than common steel. Rolex has its own foundry. Rolex has an in-house foundry at all manufacturing facilities. Rolex uses these foundries to make their own gold. Rolex has several steel suppliers, but when it comes to more expensive metals like platinum or gold, Rolex prefers to produce it themselves to maintain a consistent quality for all their watches. Rolex is the only watch company that makes its own gold and platinum in its own foundry. Handmade. Rolex watches are assembled by hand. Since Rolex is secretive about their production, it has been a common misconception that Rolex watches are built by machines. The statement is not entirely wrong. Machines are used at some stages in the production, but there is more to it. Rolex has some of the most sophisticated and precise machinery in the world. These machines are used for filing, cataloging, and extremely delicate processing. Simultaneously, these machines are operated by people, and the whole assembly process of all the parts in a Rolex is taken care of by hand. From bracelets to hand movements, everything is set by hand with sophistication. A security that puts Fort Knox to shame. Rolex is very crazy about their security. No wonder that is an issue. With precious metals like gold and platinum worth thousands of dollars lying around the facility, Rolex has to be secure. If you ever decide to try and enter a Rolex manufacturing facility, you will encounter some serious James Bond level security checks all over the facility. Army of gemologists. Rolex has a small army of gemologists. for all their gem requirements, from emeralds to ruby. Rolex has high standards for the materials they use to produce a watch. The same sophistication is used for the precious stones they put in the watches. Rubies, diamonds, and emeralds are common sights on a Rolex watch. Rolex dedicated their entire army of gemologists to buy, test, and set the gems on the Rolex watches. An interesting source revealed that out of the 20 million diamonds Rolex gemologists have tested over the years, only 2 were fake. 1 year for one watch. Yes, that's right. One Rolex watch needs 365 days to be produced. For such a long production time, almost all the materials in the watch are prepared in-house. Moreover, once all the Rolex watch parts are ready, workers assemble them by hand, and each watch is tested individually. Since the brand produces over 1 million watches every year, you can only imagine how efficiently the Rolex manufacturing center workers might work. These details take your mind off that you have to pay a fortune for one of these watches. Suppose you like our video, like and share it. If you like our channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss an update from us. As we promised at the beginning of the video, here are some of the costliest Rolexes in the world. Number 1. The costliest Rolex watch ever sold was the Paul Newman's Cosmograph Daytona. It was sold at a record-breaking $17,752,500. The watch has an engraving that says, "Drive carefully, me." The watch was a gift to Paul Newman from his wife, as she was worried about him getting into an accident. Number 2. Made in 1970, Daytona Reference 6265 was made from 18-karat white gold and not the standard stainless steel. The unique color of the watch earned it the name Unicorn and cost almost $6 million in the market. In an auction in Geneva in 2018, the watch doubled its original $3 million price and was also considered one of the rarest watches of all times. Number 3. Owned by the last emperor of Vietnam's Nguyen dynasty, Bao Dai was made with a rare configuration of the Rolex 6062 model. It was made in 1954 when the emperor asked Rolex to present him with the rarest Rolex in the world. The watch is made from 18-karat gold and features diamond indexed with a triple calendar with moon phase indicators. The Bao Dai had diamond indexes and all, even ours, making it the only watch with a diamond placed just above the Rolex crown. One in the world is as rare as it gets. The watch was last sold to a significant collector that fetched $5 million. Number 4. In 1969, a Paul Newman was made with a screw-down pusher. The existence of the watch was debatable, which earned it the nickname The Legend, and has been sold over 3 times. The Legend, Daytona Oyster Reference 6263, fetched a final price of $3.718 million at an auction in Geneva, 2017. Number 5. The Neanderthal Daytona Reference 6240 is a watch that achieved a high $3 million at Phillips' May 2017 auction in Geneva. This watch was made in 1966 with a pre-Paul Newman dial that earned it the nickname Neanderthal. It represents the first cosmograph with screw-down chronograph pushers, which enhance the timepiece's water resistance. That's all there is for today. If you like our videos, like and share them with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and never miss an update on luxury brands and experiences. See you in the next one.